All right, good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are good and things didn't get too crazy where you are last night with all the crazy weather. All right, so today we're going to keep moving forward with talking about lightness versus darkness in the excerpt Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tabir. So, yesterday, if you didn't do the color coding for lightness and darkness, you definitely want to open that up and try to work through that. Um, for those of you that did, I put a link here for you. Go ahead and open that up so that you can see the examples that you kind of already looked at. That will make today's assignment so much easier. All right, so this analysis short response, those of you that are at home today, you'll be doing this via Jamboard. My in-person people, we're going to do this with sticky notes, and we're going to kind of get up and talk about it. So the Jamboard is going to be really important because it's going to help you discuss these answers before you turn it in for an actual grade. So without participation on this assignment, you can only earn a 50, and this is for both 6th and 7th period. So you'll be able to see multiple people's responses. So by clicking on the Jamboard, you're going to see the three major kind of characters that we look at in this excerpt. You'll see Leia, Darren, and then the mask, who we kind of meet a little bit at the end. So your task is to choose one character from this excerpt, either Leia, Darren, or the mask, and then explain what their reaction to darkness reveals. So what does Leia do in the dark, right? Is she scared of it? Is it something that makes her nervous? What about Darren? Is it something that maybe brings painful memories, but he's trying to use it to his advantage? Maybe it's the only way he can conceal things. And then the mask, right? What does the mask do? And they're a lethal character, right? And how do they use darkness to their advantage? So what you can do here is click on this sticky note, and whatever you type, okay, at the bottom, you need to make sure that you put your name, okay? And if you need more space, what you could do is save it, then finish it, put your name again, okay? And then you can arrange your two sticky notes. Let's say I did this for Leia. Here's one, and I had to keep going because it didn't all fit. Or maybe I'll put this smaller, actually. It didn't all fit, and so I'm going to just kind of arrange both of them back to back like that. Okay, that would be an option if you wanted to just make sure that all of your response gets recorded and it doesn't hang off, and then we won't be able to read it. Okay? So 6th period, you've got this space to work with. And then if you click right here, you'll see 7th period. Yours is in green, okay? So, I mean, if you guys want to combine them, that's fine. But 6th period, you're in yellow. And then 7th period, you're in green. So then part 2 of this would be to explain what the darkness might represent, okay? So if I want to talk about for Darren that, you know, he uses the darkness to conceal things, right? He uses the darkness to his advantage to hide maybe his true feelings. Maybe darkness to him could represent, um, confidence or courage or maybe revenge, right? Because he's not going to reveal his innermost plan, right? To maybe get back at the Empire. Darkness could also symbolize, pain, loss and grief and death. So think about how that might work with your character. And again, you'll use the sticky note option here on the left, and you need to make sure that your name is on each of your entries because you do get credit. You get 50% by actually completing each of these. So 25 points here, 25 points here. And then 7th period, same thing. Either 25 points here for you, you just pick one, and then 25 points here. And then you need to make sure your name is on it, okay? And once you've done that, you'll have a lot of different responses. You'll have different characters here that have different pieces of information with text evidence. And then here, using the Create tab, you are going to put that into a short answer response, okay? So you're choosing one character and explain what their reaction to the darkness reveals about them, and then you use text evidence. So I suggest structuring your response this way. First, identify the character you've chosen and how darkness relates to them. So I've chosen the mask and darkness relates to them because they, you know, assassinate people or do whatever they do in the darkness. It symbolically connects, or the mask symbolically connects to the idea of darkness because it's mysterious, it's haunting, and whatever other way that it can connect and represent something bigger. Then you have a piece of directly quoted text evidence that you have to use. And again, you'll have access to that in the Jamboard. A lot of people might have already pulled it for you. And then if you did the highlighting yesterday, you'll also have access to that as well. And then you're going to explain how the quote justifies your response. So, it shows that the sketchbook conceals his secrets and blah, 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 whatever you want to say, okay? So this is a grade. You get 50 points for just adding your sticky notes. I'm not even going to check for correctness. I just want to see that you participated, that you made an effort. And then use that as a way to springboard your thinking into completing this short paragraph for a grade. And this is one of the last daily grades that I will take for you this semester. Okay, I think you have one more, and then you're starting a project next week, and then you have one more right before finals. So they're not going to be writing intensive, right? They're mostly visual. So you got to start catching up and just make sure you stay ahead with whatever it is that we're completing in class, okay? So if you have questions, let me know. Make sure you continue to either submit missing work as your attendance credit, and then of course today's short response assignment. All right? I hope you guys are safe and that you are enjoying the rain, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right? Take